I am Rehema Mwateba, a Tanzanian woman. I live in Dar es Salaam. I do a lot of things to make the world a better place for women and girls. I intend to train women and girls to be vegetable farmers, but I'm also a consultant for women's rights and gender issues in Tanzania. The gender-based violence situation in Tanzania is not a good scenario at all. And the most affected are girls and boys. Four out of 10 women have been physically abused, and 1 in 5 report sexual abuse from age 15, and about 44% women have had exposure to both physical and sexual violence amongst the married women. 1 out of 3 girls has experienced some form of sexual violence. And the figures for boys, 1 out of 7 boys has had some exposure to some form of sexual abuse. We have been informed that 7.9 million women and girls in Tanzania have undergone female genital mutilation. Well, the challenge is that the magnitude of GBV, of gender-based violence, is so huge. It's almost like every other person is being exposed. So who will intervene to end GBV? While there's very high awareness about gender-based violence, how to respond to the affected is an issue. We don't have many safe spaces. There aren't that many trained personnel. The infrastructure for support is almost non-existent. Whatever case, whatever scenario of gender-based violence, all the types of violences end up in emotional violence. And we are not prepared at all to handle emotional violence. It is a challenge for the future because, the sheer numbers of men that need to be educated, that need to be transformed, is overwhelming. The resources, the infrastructure, the time, the materials that might be needed is overwhelming. Realizing that the nation can no longer ignore gender-based violence, we have had 8 different action plans that didn't work so well, and the government has realized that there is need to consolidate all these action plans into the National Plan of Action to End Violence Against Women and Children in Tanzania. We needed such a consolidated plan so that different actors can commit resources to end and to prevent and violence, and also mitigate the effects of gender-based violence. You see, the central government needs to work with the local government authorities, We have a number of civil society organizations, the faith-based organizations, NGOs. They all needed to have some guiding principles. The vision is Tanzania women and children live free from violence and enjoy their rights. And the mission is to prevent and respond to all forms of violence against women and children through comprehensive multi-sectoral collaboration at all levels. So the National Plan of Action is a very handy plan for the first time ever in Tanzania to work on gender-based violence.